What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of NorCal Filipinos Presents. Once again, I am Jay of NorCal Filipinos, and today my special guest is a community leader, organizer, and advocate. My guest today is Arthur Barinque, and he is a driving force behind the cultural heartbeat of the Tri-Valley area. As a former board president of the Livermore Filipino-American Organization, an event producer, and a dedicated arts advocate, he has spent years building bridges, celebrating diversity, and giving a megaphone to community voices. Whether he's organizing major cultural festivals at the Bankhead Theater, mentoring local youth, or championing the arts across Alameda County, his work is all about connection. Let's get into it. Yeah. All right, so Arthur, thank you again for meeting with me. Appreciate it. So kind of get a little intro. You're no longer the board president for the Livermore Film, right?
Right. I stepped down from being board president a few months ago. So we turned over January.
Nice. Yeah. And now, they've been around since what, 1967?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're right. Livermore Film has been around since 1967.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. So there's been so many different community groups that have, faded, over time. But Livermore Film continued to grow. What was the secret sauce to its longevity?
I can only speak from my perspective, but I think it was just people's passions, right? So it was a group that formed to come together and spread cultural awareness and unity amongst Filipinos and those that were Filipino adjacent. I guess I don't know why I want to say it like that, but just spread Filipino awareness amongst the community at that time. And if you think about it, in 1967, there's still a lot of agriculture happening, a lot of civil rights movements happening. This is right before Vietnam War. A lot of things were happening at that time. So they needed to find each other and just have a strong community and coalition. It started off that way, and then in 1970, I don't know if it's 75, I forgot already. They started giving scholarship awards. And so from that time, they continuously did it until present day, every year. Yeah. That's their thing. And, they kind of gathered around that as being a major program of theirs and fundraising for that, etc. But there's few people, especially board presidents, that I feel really carried the torch. If you're a board president, you're carrying the torch, and there's some that have carried it for so long and continued as best as they could. And I think that could probably go into even just how the culture is structured, right? How Filipinos survive. We do what we can to survive as immigrants. And so I think that mentality also helped bring Livermore Film forward. We talk about, those previous groups that were around. There was Philam groups, not just in Livermore, but Pleasanton, Dublin, Danville, San Ramon. They each had their own groups, and they all came together as well back in the 80s and 90s, but they faded away moving forward in the 90s. And then Livermore Film became a nonprofit 2016-ish. So they established nonprofit legitimacy at that time. I think it might have been 2016, 2015, 2017, something like that. And then we get to the pandemic, because those are short years. It's a few short years from becoming a nonprofit, and then the pandemic happened, and then I became president. So I became president in 22, right? And so really built it up with just my knowledge of nonprofits, having been in nonprofit space and working with government entities, different community agencies, etc. Built it up from there, 22 to now.
Nice.
Yeah.
You grew up in the organization. Your mom was part of it also in the 90s?
Yeah, man. Those are good times, man. They had, so they had Barrio Fiesta at that time.
Yeah.
I think it was called just Barrio Fiesta proper, right? And so actually, and I was talking to the person who started it at a Christmas party a few years back. But in any case, same energy, same vision of just bringing people together. And, he had brought all the groups together, and actually each of those groups took turns producing Barrio Fiesta at the fairgrounds every year. And it must have been like, don't quote me, like 88 to like 94, something like that, within those years. Yeah.
Wow. And so, like, what did it mean for you to lead something that basically helped like shape your own childhood?
It's crazy. Like, it's crazy how full circle everything happens, right? It really confirms that, like, life is cyclical, at least, in my realm. And so it's wild because that really informed me and like instructed me on like the value of culture. Although I didn't know it at the time. I'm like young buck, I'm like 8 years old, like what? But it's cool to see culture, right? Cool to see like, food, music, all of the things, and so much time and energy invested into that. And then just like the excellence and magnificence of that. And then when the opportunity came back in 2016 to do something similar, I was just like, yeah, dude, and you got to pay homage to that, right? Because that's the thing that brought me up. It kind of like, whatever, like light bulb, like triggered or sparked.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, you wear a lot of hats. Like, you're a board president.
Hella hats.
Yeah. Me too, just different.
Yeah.
But you're a board president. You're a community organizer, mentor, and artist. Like, what's the common thread that drives all of your work?
Oh man, I think it's just unity, bringing people together. Like throughout it all, I'm finding that building community is my thing, in whatever I do, and like my thought processes, etc. Just like, even here, right? I just hopped back on board here at the Bankhead Theater. And so even with this position, I'm thinking of how to build community and how building community actually helps that position and helps this organization, right? And I know I'm good at it, and know I can do it. I've been doing that since the jump,
Yeah.
So.
Like, you help the organization, like you help guide the organization through like new strategic direction. Like, what were the top priorities or the promises that you wanted to deliver to during your term?
For LFAO, for Livermore Phil-Am?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually work from a collaborative standpoint. I'm always asking so I can be informed on how to move. And so when I first stepped on board, I was asking, and I had this like activity to find out more about the other board members and what they wanted. And so they all wrote more community, more funding, and just more, like more funding for scholarships, more community activities and events, and then growing membership. And I was like, all right, let's do those things, right? And so we were able to deliver. I mean, over the past 4 years, when I think about it, right, we started off with, I think it was like 8K. Don't quote me again. But we left, I left with 40K in the bank, right? So that just shows the growth, right?
Yeah.
I left with more membership, and yeah, we had more events, right? We were able to take part in different events throughout the community. We were able to bring back events that had happened pre-pandemic, right? So obviously pandemic happened and infrastructure was crumbled, so we're able to bring back like Filipiniana, we're able to bring back the barbecue, etc. And so now it's in a place where we can continue to do those things. February we had our gala, and I think next year's their 60th gala, so be on the lookout for that.
Nice.
We were able to do all those things, and then last year was actually the first year that Livermore Philam was able to be like the namesake again of Barrio Fiesta, Filipino Barrio Fiesta this time. So in 2016, started Filipino Barrio Fiesta, and it was always, I'm the face and the name and the producer and mastermind and the stage builder and the one there at like 3 a.m. and the one there at 6 a.m. Like that person. But the Bankhead Theater and LV Pack had been like the monetary driving force and the available resource that made it possible, right, since 2016. So from 2016 to 2024, it was the Bankhead Theater that had really helped grow its success. And then because of funding, lack of funding, and with everything shifting, especially like nowadays, like politically, it's just wild and funds are just like going in different places. Last year, Livermore Philam took it on, right? And so, partially because I'm the board president, so but also it's just an honor to bring it back, right? Like, hey, it's like, remember the 80s and 90s? Well, we're doing it in the 2020s, right? Like, this is such a full circle, once again, cyclical thing, moment. And the fact that like we could do it, it was fully funded and it made money, and we were able to pay our artists like we say, because Barrio itself is also structured, I would say like how the new kids do it. Like, like we have values in place, we have goals in place, and we always stick by that, And so the group is tight, and we're able to just, it's an ancillary group to Livermore Philam. And so we're just able to produce and raise funds and have it be the most successful ever, like in history ever.
Definitely. It's obviously like one of my favorite events.
Oh, thank you.
Downtown, and seeing it grow from what it was.
When did you first go?
I can't remember when the first time I went, but I remember, it wasn't what it was like. Obviously, last year's was huge. I mean, the last few years have been, but you can see it grow. Like once it started going across the street.
Right. Because you were DJing that in like 22 or 23.
Like,
you were out there DJing.
Two years ago, I think. It was. But they were like, well, it expanded across the street. It used to just be like right here,
Right.
And, it was. It's awesome to see how much it's grown. Just in the last few years.
I mean, there's a couple factors to that too, right? Like, actually, this is the 10-year anniversary, like this year, which is crazy. But we started off with like a $500 budget and, like 5 vendors and like 150 people, but we got the proclamation. The proclamation is honestly the thing, it was the catalyst to having it continuously every year. And so, it started off that way, and I know I posted probably like a few years ago of like the history of it all, but there's so many times it could have got axed. But ancestors show up and like, make it happen, man. We're so blessed for it. And pre-pandemic, it's like, I think 2019, well, it got I could get geeky about it, but I'll just save it. 2019 is like, oh, we finally reached like 1,000 people, right?
Yeah.
Like, in the plaza, and it was amazing. And then pandemic happened. and then just building it up from there. And I think going back to the culture, just like Filipino Americans, and just how we've come together in the last few years have really boosted it. Like last year, I think we had over 30 Phil-Am events for FAM, in October. And it's wild because, some of them range like, 10,000 people to 100 people. It don't matter, like we're all celebrating regardless, and that's what's cool. And what's cool is like the culture shows up, and they're not just showing up at one thing, like they're showing up at all of them, bro. And it's like, yo, that's crazy. Like as much as you can, you're showing up for everybody. And it's crazy, like when I see the vendors, I'm like, y'all are on a marathon, bro.
Didn't I just see you last week? Or
exactly, right?
Yeah.
And like, get your money.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt. And like, dude, thank you so much for, even rocking with us here in Livermore. Like, who would even ever expect to have something here in Livermore?
No, I mean, when I first moved here, I was like, I'm gonna be the only one. I had no idea, like the Filipino community here.
Yeah.
Until I started coming to Barrio Fiesta, like, oh, this is a thing here. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like, because, I first lived, like I mentioned, I was from Vancouver, and then I moved San Mateo, San Leandro, and I was living in like Union City.
Right.
And then I moved out here to the Tri-Valley, Dublin, Pleasanton, and now Livermore.
Right.
And again, I had no idea that there was even a Filipino community here, because it's hard to find Filipino food out here.
Oh no! Shout out Papaya Grill, but like, are they still around? I don't even know.
I don't. That's where I would go.
Yeah.
To even get something, unless my parents came over to my house to.
and my mom would go. They were at Barrio, like the first Barrios. It's like you had Papaya Grill, and then you had Bunso Breads, because they were in Pleasanton.
Yeah.
And then like, there's your food.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. And people ask me like, oh, where do you get Filipino food?
Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
I gotta wait for my mom to come over to, once a week to make Filipino food sometimes. Sometimes, I've tried to learn to make it, at home, but still, sometimes you want to go out and get this. Like, there's nowhere to get some. So
hey, if anybody wants to pull up and do a restaurant in Livermore, man, come on, let's go.
Yes, please.
Let's find some. I'll put down on it. Let's do this,
Yeah, for sure. Now, for like we talked a lot about Barrio Fiesta, and it's become like a major event here in downtown.
It's like the major event.
Yes.
Like out of all the cultural, that's the one.
For sure. It definitely is. Now, for someone who's never been, like, what are they missing? Like, why does it matter?
Are they missing? It's like what you'll get when I'll just reframe it, right? Like what you'll get when you attend Barrio, right? It's the thing that I said is unity. You feel it because it's like palpable. It's not just, it's like, people say good vibes. Yes, good vibes is a thing. Family, home, you'll feel those kind of like energies. You'll feel safe, you'll feel accepted, you'll feel welcome. You'll feel like all the energy of just like Filipino culture, Filipino-American culture and Filipino culture, but it's not just that. Like you see, like we're rocking with like the natives, and we've been rocking. Actually, if it wasn't for me connecting with the Livermore American Indian Center and Mary Putoff, then like Barrio wouldn't happen, because like they're the ones that inspired myself and Denise to like ask for a Filipino celebration, right? Because there was a Native celebration. It was Native American Day, and actually Native American Week is how we structured it previous, and that's what informed like, oh, we can do this, which also goes back to like '88. There was this elementary school that I attended, a powwow, when I was young, and that one was, if I think back to it, from my perspective now, life-changing, because that really like made an impression, on me as a youth. But yeah, so when going back to the question, it's like not just Filipinos, like natives. We have like, you know, African Americans and like everybody showing up. It's not just one thing. Hip hop showing up, like it just shows unity, and you can be wherever in that like spectrum of like goodness and energy. Like if you want to go dance, go dance. If you want to just watch the performances, you can. Your youth, you can be there. Your baby, yeah, dude, there's babies there. Somebody brought their dog, I think, like last year or 2 years ago, something like that. And like, you know, and like this is the place where all that magic happens. Yeah.
That's dope. And you talk a lot about the elders and feeling seen through all of these events. Do you have like a story that you could share where like you witnessed like a meaningful connection between the generations?
Shout out to Clay one time, Clay Felicitas, who's passed away, RIP, but is still with us. He was just like rocking it, overseeing like Barrio, always. And like his presence, even like Auntie Dory, RIP as well, who passed away recently. It's just like, I'll speak on Clay first. So then Clay would show up, especially past the pandemic, right? He'd always show up, make sure everything's cool, greeted everybody, and just like always was a welcoming force and energy, like, and needed, you know, at the time of setup and things like that in the morning, you know, and he just always enjoyed it. And he always wanted to just like roast a pig, like, because he was part of like agriculture here, right? And back. And so, you know, there's stories of our elders and ancestors that lived here and made a living here, right? Here's a story. Okay, so like there were rose farms here. And so I always tell this story because it's very meaningful to me. The rose story is, you know, most agricultural workers are going to travel. So they're going to go from Salinas to Sacramento. They're going to do, you know, whatever, asparagus to, you know, lettuce, whatever's in season, you know? And so that's a hard life, dude, because you never have stability. You know, and if you think about it, that's kind of like how it moves nowadays, I think. And also, not just agriculture, just in general, like, you know, people trying to survive, like just trying to find work, right? You're just trying to move to wherever you can stack. So it's hard. And that's the way the system's set up. But a few, the Tejadas, were able to work at the rose farm. And there's several rose farms. There's actually one in Pleasanton, then there's one like off East Avenue. Not verified, like nobody can tell me the real location of it, which is fine, dude, it's cool. But it's captured somewhere. And so, yeah, so there's rose farms there. Anyway, one family was able to like make a living, be stable, and like be here working at the rose farms. So roses are very important to local Filipino Americans because that provided stability, provided a place where they could grow, a place where they could blossom, right? And then that family is still around today, right? And so roses are special, and that's why I hand them out at Barrio, and that's why they're always there at the altar at Barrio, is to showcase that. And then, yeah, going back to the question to Auntie Dory, just like, dude, Auntie Dory just like so happy to just like support all the time. The elders are like always so happy to support Clay, Dory, like, man. And she would always bring donuts in the morning. So like I miss that. And also, you know, she was just there, always a supportive, creative force, and supporting her family who also helps, like Fred and them, the Briones, like they're always like part of Barrio, you know? And they've been, like Caitlin, pre-pandemic, would perform at Barrio, and actually is like, if I look at it in the timeline of Barrio, That's the reason why Barrio is the way it is now, right? Like, there's pillars that Barrio stands on, right? Like uplifting the youth, period, point blank, one of the pillars. You know, honoring the ancestors, another one of the pillars, right? And in that story, you just heard two things, but uplifting the youth is so big. And once we implemented that, we've been since the beginning, like we had Granada hip hop and all of that, but when we really like heard it out loud and then our actions and intent went towards that, then it's like, oh, okay, boom, like we're doing that every year, and that's consistent, and you can always see that, you know. And you know, Caitlin, K-Fresh was part of that. Like you can see that in 2018 when she first started like performing for Barrio. Yeah.
Nice.
So
you mentor students at Granada, right? And Las Positas College.
Oh yeah, man. Pre-pandemic.
Like, what's the biggest message you try to instill in young Filipino-American leaders today?
Oh man, I think, because this is based off my memory, so it's two parts, right? So pre-pandemic, it was very much like identity based, because we're here in Livermore. It's easy to just like, you know, lose yourself. And I forgot the word, I don't know why it escapes me. But it's easy to lose yourself and not know yourself in a space like this, because you would just like, it's not acclimate, because that's not the right word. You would just fall into like this white space, because that's all there is in Livermore, right? Like at that time. Looking back now, I can see like there was a progression, and there still is a progression of like, you know, culture moving in, right? But in any case, that's just a side note. But yeah, so then you would lose yourself in just like assimilating. Boom. I knew if I said enough, it would come to me. You just gotta say like 10 times, bro. All right, so yeah, so then, so you would assimilate, right? And so it's just easier to assimilate out here, because you don't want to be that one that has like, oh, you smell like fish sauce or whatever, whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Like, or not bring your food to school, etc. So it's always about pushing hard on like identity and claiming it. And once again, coming together and gathering and being in community with those that are like you, where you could be yourself, you know, because it's hard to be yourself out here. It's super hard. And so, and that's the way the system's set up, you know, so that is what it was. And now it's better. Like I said, there's probably several factors to that too, right? So it's better because it's more like culture's more accepted now. A lot of things happened since the pandemic that have helped with that. The like just cultures moving into the area is also helping with that. Like Asians are 35% of the demographics in the Tri-Valley now, and it's just continuing to grow. And yeah, so I think nowadays it's like when I work with the students, it's just like, all right, continue to push it, be yourself, like just be yourself and like show up, show out, you know? You're here now, like there's no turning back. And yes, the cultural series as a whole, right, like helped with that as well, because now we're all represented. There's like no doubt that like we have Taste of Africa. There's no doubt that there's like an AA and HPI event. There's no doubt that there's Lunar New Year here. Like those continue to happen. And so like we are here, you know? Yeah.
And you talked about the scholarship program. And you know, that's been around for decades now.
Right.
Like what role does it play in keeping students like connected to their identity after they leave college?
In the application process, there's questions about identity and about what it means to be Filipino-American, and they always, not always, but majority of them, you know, feel disconnected. And so, like I said, easy to assimilate, right? And so, afterwards, they feel like this sense of pride is also in their writings. They feel a sense of pride knowing that there's organizations out there that help them with their schooling or whatever they're going through, whatever their needs are. And with that, like past and post college, I guess it's like a blessing. I don't want to say that out loud, but it's kind of like, oh, you're in this space where you have assimilated, or the system and structure is like not for you in a sense, right? And when you go out into the bigger world, like college, etc., it's like, whoa, there's like groups of us, and we're all banded together, and like all these things, and they're like, whoa, it's amazing. And like they'll reflect back and always be like, oh man, and like if it wasn't for if it wasn't for Barrio, like then it would then I wouldn't have known these things, and now I know them even more, yeah. So it's really heartwarming, when you hear that, and it's just like, yeah, dude, you did the right thing.
No, that's awesome. So you're both a DJ and a visual artist.
Yeah. And a dance.
Yes, that's right. Like how does being a DJ and a visual artist, how do those two creative worlds like influence each other?
I mean, I have to look at myself in totality, right? So for me as an artist, just in general, it's really creative expression and freedom. But they've taken on roles in my life at the times that they needed to happen, because like I've been painting and all of that. Like I did that, I don't even know, pre-pandemic basically, right? And then after the pandemic, I'm just like DJ. And they haven't mixed yet is the thing. Okay, so go back. So growing up, I'm sure this is like the Bay Area Filipino, like from the 90s, life and story, right, is that heavily influenced by hip hop. And so all of that was one thing. And so that is the totality, like art and writing and letters, like that along with music, that's probably like the fullest expression. So when I think about it, especially with this question currently, it's like, yeah, dude, let's get to full expression. Let's, and I guess I would be talking to myself, like let's get to full expression where it's like art and music and dance and all of the things. And that does inform how I move in my community engagements, right? And so I'm always having that, because all of that as one, I can't describe that. All of that as one is just like, it's just boom, Yeah.
How has your Filipino-American identity like shaped your artistic voice and the way you curate experiences?
When I think about it, I actually have to compartmentalize, because I am Filipino-American.
Yeah.
And I'm also just, zooming out, just more than that too. I feel like you can't take that away from me, and that is like in my DNA. But like when I think about experiences, I'm always thinking about experiences for everybody. And I guess like if you peek into my mind, I can easily describe you or a group of people or places or things, right? So like I understand how that thing moves already, right? Like watchmaker status, but for humans, like on a sociological level. And so like once I understand that, then I know how to curate, right? And how to move and how to move those people as well. Yeah.
Okay, so you work to preserve local history.
Yeah.
We talked about the rose farmers. Why is it important to document these hyper local stories?
Oh, I love hyperlocal. Because then it gets lost, right? So to understand where we're at now, you have to know those pieces. And so it's like, if I was just off today, where is that then?
Yeah.
You know, who has that story to tell? Well, we actually do, because we recorded it. We got it captured, right,
Yeah.
through the Welga archives. You know, Dr. Robin had interviewed that family, I think it was 2018. And so it is captured, but if it wasn't, then what? You know, and so it's important to know that. But I mean, zooming out even more importantly is just so you know where you came from. It's an age-old adage, but like it's so true because, you know, as I talk about like life just being in cycles, I bet you it's gonna happen again, you know? And so how do you move away from that patterning if you need to, right? It's just, you're informed by the past.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, we talked a little bit about identity. And like, you know, many Philams struggle with identity, especially around language. Like, how do you create a space where people feel Filipino enough, you know, no matter the background?
I'm accepting of all, but I don't know if I do. Like, I would need to be informed by those, and often it's hard, right? Because like, when you feel like you don't have a voice, you're not gonna speak. And so, how do we let everyone know that it's just like continually pushing that. I'm always saying that, build community, always, right? And that is everyone. And I always say it when I'm on the mic out there, and I always say it like if I'm being interviewed, etc. Right? So that's just the way I move. And I also know, like, yeah, I don't know what I'm not told, or if I don't see it, etc. So those might be blind spots, and so that needs to be brought up to attention so we can make it an even more inclusive space. It's just fluid. Yeah.
So how do events and performances help tell the story of the Filipino diaspora in a modern way?
Yeah, it's interesting to, like, I think that it's difficult to do that, right?
Yeah.
Unless we have these conversations, unless we're like in a place where we can just like breathe and relax and talk shop and talk story, right? Because we're over here doing the thing, you know, these events and these performances and all that's happening out there in the world. There's like so much of it. Like we mentioned, there's like over 30 events during FAM last October, right? And so like everybody's just doing that. But as we can look back at it or look out and away from it and at it, then we can just kind of see it for what it is. We are creating our story as we're living it. It's like in real time, you know, and we're able to actually, with technology, able to capture it even more now, you know, and like a lot of us talk about the 90s and, you know, obviously like those groups are resurfacing and all the things, and nostalgia is great and it's a thing, and I love that too, and I love that for us. And it can coexist with like, what are we doing right now to push the envelope, right? Let's also pay respects to what's happening in the community, those that are at like the ground level doing work and helping build like, you know, a better tomorrow, I guess, but also better right now, you know?
Now, if you had to pick one dish that represents the Livermore Filipino community, what would it be and why?
Oh, dude, dang. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be like lumpia or chicken adobo. Remember I talked about assimilation, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. But okay, so it's gonna be a few things. I would say it is that because it's plain and vanilla. By all means, it's not. Please don't take me out of context. I am saying though that this space that we're in here in Livermore, you said Livermore. Yeah. So in Livermore, it's like, that's the thing, right? It's like, in general as a whole, right? But if we really get down to it, especially because of like the Ilocanos that like built stuff here, you know, like built families, built their legacies before everybody moved, because they thought they could buy like 5 houses out in Stockton back in 2004, before the economic boom of 2008, or crash of 2008. Yeah, I would say then, and paying homage to them because they raised me too, right? The Ilocano families, the Di Peraltas, the Jubilados, like all those guys, the Sampayans. I would say it's pinapaitan. That goes hard out here, dude. Goat goes hard out here. Like, yeah.
As an event expert, like what's one tip that you'd give someone trying to organize their own cultural event or festival?
Oh, right. I mean, my thing is, and this is copyrighted, bro, like events are just tables and chairs. Like at the end of the day, you know, making a place that people can gather, and people need tables and chairs.
All right, let's do some rapid fire.
Oh, yes. I love
Some
it.
rapid fire
This is how
stuff.
you know you're like close to the end of the session.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so adobo or sinigang?
Sinigang.
Ooh. Ube or leche flan?
Ooh, dang. Leche flan.
Okay, what's the best condiment? Jufran or Mang Tomas?
Oh, Mang Tomas.
Spoon and fork or Kamayan style?
Kamayan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite Filipino artist or musician right now?
Am I tapped in like that? I don't know. There's so many good ones, and like, man, there's so many like, I would say underground in a sense. If there's ever an underground anymore, and I know this is rapid fire, but I got Indigenous Cats in my CD player.
Oh,
nice. So.
If you're at a party, are you the first one on the karaoke mic or the last one to leave the buffet?
Ooh, last one to leave the buffet. Yeah.
Let's tap into some creative stuff. So,
Sure.
I think I know the answer to this, but vinyl or digital?
Oh, vinyl.
Knew it.
Yeah.
Your favorite track to get the party started?
To get the party started? Man, it all depends on the day. Honestly, I always like my closing tracks, and that also is dependent on my mood of the day. Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't tell you one specific.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charcoal or graphite?
charcoal,
Are you a night owl or an early bird?
both. But early bird, I don't want to give away my energy secrets, but early bird, totally. Yeah.
What's one song you're tired of hearing, but you'll always play for the crowd?
Like salt. Yeah. Usher's Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The best spot for a quick bite here in downtown Livermore.
Ooh, I don't want to upset folks. Quick bite? Man, ain't nothing quick around here. These are all sit downs because they're trying to extract their money. I would say though, man, I used to just like to go to Roppongi just to get sushi and go.
Okay,
You know,
nice.
although I'm vegetarian now, so that's why I said used to.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this too. Bankhead Plaza or Carnegie Park?
I mean, it's a wrap. Bankhead Plaza, and I almost have to say that just because I'm so like innately associated.
Yeah.
But we did some things at Carnegie, and I'd love to take over that space too.
Nice.
Yeah,
One word to describe the Tri-Valley community.
it's growing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee or boba?
coffee.
Was that your secret for being an early bird? Or
No, I mean it's part of the ritual, but no, there's other things involved too. But yeah.
Do you have like a power song before a big event?
Ooh. You know, I might not have a power song. I have a favorite song, and I have a song that lifts me up every time it's Pachelbel's Canon and D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
classical.
If you weren't an artist or an event organizer, what would your job be?
If I wasn't an artist, or I'd be a defensive coordinator for a football team.
Really?
Yeah. As much as I'm an artist, like it's in my like astrology, dude, organization is like, I got it under wrap. I love strategy, and I love just like looking at how things are going to play out. And I know that we talked about like people and how you can understand people, and then from there understand how to move people. I think that those kind of similar energies like could be used in defensive coaching.
That's dope. I never thought about that. That's dope.
Yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure hobby?
Oh, I live my hobby, like I live my passions, so it's like hard for me to think, but
Can't go wrong with that.
yeah, for me, like I'm just thinking about hobbies. Oh, the lights.
All right, as you can see, the lights went out for a little bit, but it also affected the mics for some reason. I don't know if it's just a crazy coincidence or there's a muumuu and the theater is haunted. I might go with that. So I'm just speeding through the end of this video just to get through it because there's no more audio for some reason. But yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out to Arthur for being such a gracious host, being so kind to sit down and talk with me, and straight up just being a cool guy. Like, he is the definition of being cool. I even actually mentioned it at the end of this video, but sucks you won't be able to hear it. Like and subscribe on YouTube at NorCal Filipinos. Visit us at NorCalFilipinos.org. Follow us on Facebook at NorCal Filipinos and on Instagram at NorCal.Filipinos.